All right, so we're being recorded right now. Hi, I'm glad some of you are putting your cameras actually on. It's good to see your faces. um, so, Carol, you can take it away. We're recording. So, Carol, we can see your mouse. Yep, yep, or I can. Yep, I can see it. Yep. Carol, I don't think we're seeing what you're showing because it's lagging or something. That's better. Yeah, you do need, yes, but you might need to zoom in a little closer. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Carol, that's true. It's been fine. It's not lagging. Yes. I actually, once you're done, Carol, I can show them all the kitchen design I did for Kristen that I did set up in PowerPoint. So you can see an example of what you might want to include in your PowerPoints for information. Would that be helpful? I'll also make sure that it's available to you all so that you can see it and review it on your own time. So I'll put it in a shared folder for you. But I will be showing that. Yeah. The only thing that you need to add for additional detail or more in-depth information is that kitchen installation plan. So what we're looking for in that kitchen installation plan is similar to that kitchen installation plan example I gave you, where you just at least have a plan view that indicates the cabinet sizes and types that you're using. We would love for you to be able to get to this level of detail with your elevations, but we understand there's a limited amount of time before the kitchen presentation. I would like to see at least you showing your cabinet faces and what's in that cabinet with even at least single line work, and that would be enough for this project. Carol, do you agree? So your slideshow should be the pretty pictures. So it's going to be the very simple plan, not the installation plan, and then your elevations that show what are those cabinet functions. And those are the only things we're expecting in the slideshow. Your kitchen installation plan is the thing that goes in your electronic notebook. Before we go on, though, I thought I heard someone else starting to ask a question, and who was that? Tucker? Okay. Oh my, that wood panel is so beautiful. If anybody painted that, I don't think they should ever be doing natural wood. Like they just don't get it if that's the case. Yeah. Well, someday if you're motivated, remove it all and you might reveal something really gorgeous underneath. Oh, yep. Okay. So, so Carol, did you want me to show that PDF kitchen from Kristen's project that I did at this point, or did you have something else? Ah! Who's this, Justin? That is a big dog. Maya came in to say hello. That's cute. So, if you, Carol, when you're ready, give me the ability to share, and I will go and get my file. Give me right. Yeah. Is it? Did it show up on your end? Okay. Whoops. Uh, So this is all in the shared Google folder that you all I think can get to. I don't know what's going on my machine over here. It's not wanting to actually open the folder. I seem to be locked up. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, I did. Better? Yeah, that stop sharing was my Loom video. And I think things are going a little bit slow on my end because I've got a lot of things going on at this point. So let me get back to. No, I have it paused. I don't think it's going to matter if I close that. Okay, I'm just trying to get into this student drive here. Yep. Yeah, I bet. All right, let me see if I can just open this again because it doesn't seem to want to. Um, all right, let's try this again. I'm just locked up for some reason. I want to get rid of this. Hold on. How do I minimize this big GoToMeeting thing that's off to the side? It's driving me crazy. It's all the time in my way. I don't want to actually close out, and I just want to minimize it. It's not letting me do that. Well, I might not be able to. I'm not sure. I might not be able to because it doesn't seem to be able to open. Uh, well, let me. Yep. Yeah, it's opening now. So let me get it all open. Is that what you're thinking, Carol? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Something was happening where it wouldn't let me open it. Let me see here. Uh, okay. right, so it must be in here. Yep. No, I don't mind at all. Okay. Okay. Well, then if yeah, that's we can I I'm going to be so flexible about things because I this is like, you know, we are treading new ground, and I just wanted to make sure that if people did do the assignment that you had a chance to show those things. So I just wanted to make sure that people had a chance to show me that if they did in fact complete that project. So I would I don't concern yourself with it. More importantly, I think we should stay on task with the kitchen project, and that was really put there to help you with color in the project, if that makes any sense. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm going to be making uh, a a Google Drive for you to put it in, similar to the you know, the same place that we've been putting other things. So I'll just create a new Google Drive just for the color studies, and you can put them in there. Okay. Oh, that's great. Um, all right, Carol, I think I'm all set on my end. I'm sorry that took so long, but I was looking in the wrong file and then I found it. Um, so anytime you're ready to hit share, let me just make sure it fully loads, and then I will share with you. Boy, my computer is working hard. Hmm. All right, I think I'm up and running and ready to go. So this is an example. It's a real project that I did um, for a friend of mine. So this is similar to what you're doing. Carol and I are not necessarily expecting you to show demolition because you are just going to use the PDF of the existing kitchen, but you can certainly explain what you're getting rid of in some demo notes or something like that. So like one of the slides I think shows the original kitchen. And you're supposed to identify what were some of the problems with that original kitchen that you were going to be solving. But in this case, this is a real demolition plan where this was the original kitchen layout. The clients did not like that there was a wall between the kitchen and dining, and they wanted to open this space up and make a more functional kitchen and then add a whole lot more windows. And then they also wanted to get rid of the access door here to the outside, close that off, and then create some upper windows that gave a little bit more privacy but still brought in some light into the kitchen. So those were the things that needed to get addressed. Okay. Yes, right here. Yeah, the radiator was being removed because they actually have a, a a new system that they were using, so they didn't need those radiators anymore. Yeah, in your case, what I think Carol and I are looking for is like, let's take the kitchen that had the awkwardly placed refrigerator and stove as an example. You would list that like you're going to improve the functionality of the kitchen by relocating the stove and the refrigerator and creating a better kitchen layout. Like making a list like that is perfectly fine. If you know that you're knocking down a wall, you can say we're going to knock down the wall between the kitchen and the dining, blah blah blah. But you don't necessarily need to show all that in the kitchen plan, in the demolition. You can just make a list of what it is that you're planning on doing to it. Right. Now I have to apologize for the calls because these were screen captures I kind of made on the fly, and so the writing is a little bit grainy, and certainly wouldn't be something I would accept as a presentation quality. But these look a lot better from the Revit file, but because similar to what's going on with Carol's computer, if I try to open up that Revit file, I don't think it's going to function very well. So I'm going to stick with just showing you what I can show you here. So this is the new layout where that wall got knocked down. The kitchen got redesigned with an island. A lot of doors got removed. These are transom lights that are up above the cabinets, actually. And you'll see that in some future pictures. And then a whole bunch of new windows got put in on the side. This dining space didn't really change much. This is the same kind of, they already had an existing dining table and chairs that they wanted to keep using. And then we added a new full French door to the back. So this is, it was important to include for information for the city. They needed to see what was changing on the outside for the elevations. This was the only elevation that was really going to affect any neighbors. Those are those transom windows. And these are the interior elevations. Let's set this back to 100. And so this is similar to what Carol was showing you, where you've got, there's the new windows over the cabinets. This is that, end, and again, I'm sorry about the quality of the images, but there's the end with the stove in the hood, and that's where those transom windows would be. And then included in this is the mood board that I wanted to show you. So this is an example of a mood board that you might include. Let me put this into presentation format so you can see it a little bit better and in full screen. And what this was and what it included was some things that the client and I talked about that she really wanted for colors, for textures, for inspiration. She gave me some of the pictures. She said, I really love these old library drawers. I've always liked those index drawers. Can we make the kitchen have that kind of feel to it? And that kind of wood tone. And she really liked this bronze light fixture, and she wanted natural materials, and she loves Fiesta ware and really loves green. So we got I got some pictures together and put them together to give her kind of an inspirational combination of what she might see in her kitchen. And this right here came out almost exactly the same as the image that's here, but her kitchen came out even better because there are those two transom windows above these floating shelves that look fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what, like, a mood board is not, does not, should never be cluttered. It should have very thoughtful, specific pieces that tell the story about this kitchen and give you an idea of what is this kitchen going to feel like, what kind of materials are we going to see, how are those materials going to mix together. And it's important to get the right pictures. They don't have to be exactly the same pictures that are going to be what the kitchen, the exact kitchen. They just need to be something that you can find that you're like, you know what, that looks pretty much like I want this kitchen to look. I'm going to use that as an example. Because there were a lot of different here. This is not soapstone here in this picture. This is soapstone. But what I'm saying is take this, and then these cabinets, notice, are painted here, but they're not going to be. So I'm juxtapositioning these to tell and inform the client that this is sort of the inspiration, but these are the materials and the actual finishes you'll see in your kitchen. Okay. Let me see. So the next few pictures are images of the 3D file. So this gives you a kind of an aerial view of that new layout and the soapstone cabinet. That there's going to be what do you call it, an appliance garage over here in the corner. And these are some shots that are all made from Revit that show the opening up of the rail here and how open this is going to be into the kitchen and the island. And I decided to make the walls the same as that Fiesta green. And this shows how much more light is going to come into this kitchen, and it shows where those transom windows are going to be. So these shots are helpful to show. And this just shows all angles of the kitchen. And I think I didn't include it in this. I've got some images that are of the actual finished kitchen that I might be able to drum up and find to show you what it ended up looking like. But it pretty much looks just like this, which is pretty cool. And the client was super happy with it. So I guess to sum this up, I recognize that not everybody's going to have the capability to make images like this. So what you can rely on, though, is finding some images that really capture what you think that kitchen is going to look like, and including those in the slides. And then what else is missing from my slide library here is those individual slides that really show the details with the cabinet, the details and the look of the appliances, and then the one that shows the details and the look of the lighting. And those would pretty much be handled similar to this, where you would just show those pictures of those particular categories of things and include those pictures on just that one single slide. Okay. So how do I stop? I just hit pause sharing or stop sharing. You go ahead and take it away, Carol. I think I'm all set with my images on my side. Yeah. The messy space over, yeah. keep in mind that a picture does tell 1,000 words, where if you can go talk a blue streak about how something looks or feels, but if you get that perfect picture to capture it, then the clients go, oh yeah, okay, I see your vision, I see your design. And that's what you're really trying to do with that one slide for your mood board, is just, how can I make this clear what I envision this kitchen to look like? And you're supposed to be incorporating in that what your client asks for and showing them, here, I'm delivering that for you. This is what you had said was important to you, and these are the things that I'm going to make sure get included in that design. So make sure you're speaking to your client when you do this mood board as well. All right, I guess Carol and I both will pose this question: is, are there any particular questions for this week? And we wanted you to be able to get started on those kitchen presentation slides. So you should be like working on those and working towards completing those for the week of, we decide April 6th through 10th, right? We're going to be doing presentations. So this week, I'm going to send out a link to a new Google Drive that will allow you to place your color studies in there if you have them. I'm also going to be sending you a survey from SurveyMonkey that will have some dates that you can do your presentations on. We're looking at dates the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. And those are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of April, that we would take 2-hour blocks of time and put you all into your groups where you're presenting with your client. Now, I recognize some people have dropped off the class and you may not have your client anymore. So, and that's okay. Just keep going forward. And if you need feedback, you can either ask someone else in the class that might have lost their client. You guys can join together, or you can always post something in those Google Drives that Carol and I can see and request that we give you some feedback on that. And then that way you'll feel like you're prepared and you have your stuff pulled together for that presentation week. I'm going to give you those dates and times, and what I want you all to do is reply and tell me which ones are your best choices, and then Carol and I will kind of schedule who's going to be presenting on which days. And then we'll go from there. It may not have to be 3 days anymore, because now that we have some fewer people, we may only need 2 days of presentations, but we want to make sure everybody has a chance to present what they've done and get feedback from us live. Okay? Anybody have any questions or concerns about that? Who is your partner again, Betsy? No, Katie's still with us. She just couldn't join us today, but Katie's still participating in the class. So you all have exchange. You have an email exchange, right? Yeah. So make sure you're reaching out to each other. Tucker? Well, it's either going to be with everybody if we feel like we can do it all in 1 2-hour block of time, or it's going to be in 2 groups. So exactly, yes. Yeah, Carol and I are going to watch all presentations. We just realized, and based off of, when we did this live and in classroom, we ended up spilling over into another day. So we just figured breaking it up into 2 chunks or 3 chunks, however many we need for presentations, will work. And as long as they're at different times, Carol and I can attend all of them. Okay. And one of them will be, one of the presentation times will be at this time on Friday. And one of the other presentation times that we were considering where it was Wednesday morning at the same time, and then Thursday afternoon, right, Carol? Yeah. So based off that, those time frames, there's Katie right now. Based on those time frames, does anybody see a problem with those, like that none of those would work, or does everybody feel like they'd be able to make one of those times work? So either Friday morning or Wednesday morning at 10 to 12, or Thursday afternoon from like, what did we say, 3 to 5? I'll still send out the survey, but I just wanted to see if anybody was like, nope, none of those work. And if none of them work, then we will offer some other times. Okay, good. Okay. I know, but you just don't know. You just don't know. I know it is really a strange time to be living in this world right now. But I'm welcoming these little, ways of getting together remotely. So I'm looking forward to these presentations. So that's good. I will just make sure I send out the survey then, and we'll find out exactly who's going to be presenting when, and we'll figure it all out. Okay. Yeah. Carol has a cat like that too. Yeah. 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 There's a, I love I feel left out. I don't have any pets. Um, I've got a 16-year-old boy, right? Um, so just to recap though, and make sure you're looking at that Carol and I are going to be using this, which I sent you, for our outline for what we're offering. So Carol is going to be doing the presentation next Friday on materials too, according to this, and then you can take a look at what's for homework. And then that will be the last week before we have presentation week. So, yeah, okay. All right. We'll get through this. This has actually been fun today. Yeah. No, the image is up. It's in the class portal. Yeah, Carol, if you want to, if you want to share it with me here, let me get myself set up first, and then I will show how everybody can get to that, and then how to use that that essay question to answer the questions Carol asked. Give it a second. Yeah. All right. Give me one more second. I'm just going to get the class portal up, and hopefully it will let me link once you share with me, Carol. So I guess go ahead and share with me now, or let me share. All right. So can all of you see my screen now? I'm assuming. Am I good? Okay, so go under coursework. Yeah, so yep, there we go. And if you go, let me switch to student view so you can see what it looks like. There we go. So this is what student view looks like, right? And if you go down to the attendance activity, there's an image description. If you click on that and then hit start retake, because I've given you unlimited times to do it, you should be able to, when you click on this, it asks the question and gives you an area to put in the essay answer. But this PDF is what you're going to want to look at. Let me click on that so it shows up. Look at this PDF that's going to load in a second. There we go. And then these questions that are on the PDF are the same ones that are listed in the questions. So once you're finished looking at the PDF, you're able to fill in your answers here in this field. This is where you put in your essay answers and then hit submit this work when you're done. Okay? Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right. Yes. Okay. Yep. Uh, you can save progress because I have it open unlimited amount of time. So you have all the time in the world to keep it open, and just make sure you hit save progress though. Or you can type up your answer on a like a Word doc or whatever, and then just copy and paste it into that field when you're ready to put the answer in. That's another way to go about it. Okay. I don't. Yeah, no, this is part of it. Was we're figuring out ways to do things. So, so it will be important then, Carol, for us to make sure we post these images in a timely fashion in the week and give them a full week to work on it. Sound good? Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I'm feeling good about this. So you just like are the big dog family. Newfoundlands are pretty big size too. That's great. No. Yeah. Yeah. A big lap dog. That's funny. Mm. It's great. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop sharing then for the video. So this is where the video cuts off, okay?